Is this your first year sending your little one off to camp? Are you worried about how to prepare them for homesickness? Today's episode is for you.
Welcome to the Beehive Doc Talks with Dr. Blair Rolnick. As a pediatrician and mother herself, Dr. Rolnick is here to answer your most pressing parenting questions and guide you through the tough spots.
Welcome back to Be Kind Pediatrics. For those of you who are new to the show, my name is Dr. Blair Rolnick. I'm a board-certified pediatrician and mom myself. We are just getting into the beautiful New Jersey summer over here, and it's a very exciting time for many summer campers. This marks a big milestone full of adventure, independence, and growth, and we definitely want to celebrate that. But for many kids, especially the first-timers, it can bring a little bit of nerves, separation anxiety, and homesickness. So today's episode, we're going to talk about how to support your child before and during camp, especially from a mental wellness perspective. So let's talk a little bit about the emotional prep before camp. So the first and easiest thing to do is definitely to normalize your feelings if your child is expressing any concern about going to camp. Let them know it's okay to feel nervous. So you can use a script for things like, lots of kids feel nervous before camp. It doesn't mean that you won't have fun. Most camps are already doing this, but building excitement through familiarity. So visit the camp ahead of time if possible. If you can't visit the camp, or even if you can visit camp, it's nice to reinforce that by watching videos or looking at photos of other children online at camp, reading books about kids going to camp, or your favorite show about your child going to camp, or favorite childhood movie about kids' camps. Involve your kid in the process and planning. This helps build confidence and helps build that excitement about going to camp. Practice a little bit of independence. So try practicing an overnight stay at grandparents' house. Encourage small self-care tasks ahead of time, like making their bed, organizing their clothes, etc., so that when they get to camp, they've had a little bit of practice with these kinds of new independent skills if they're new for them. I also really encourage parents to have a problem-solving skills discussion ahead of going to camp. So help your child brainstorm what they can do if they miss home, they feel left out, or they have a question. Empower them by asking some of the questions that they might have. Think about the way that you might respond to that. So say things like, if you feel upset, talk to your counselor or take some deep breaths. You know what to do. We've practiced these things at home. I know you can do it. Probably the hardest thing for parents to do is avoiding promising to pick them up. So instead of saying, if you get sad, I'll come get you, try saying things like, if you get sad, that's totally normal. I know you're strong. I know you can get through it. Or it's really normal to miss home, and that's okay, but it's okay to have fun at the same time. So we've kind of reviewed a few ways you might think about or brainstorming supporting your child before they get to camp. But what do you do during camp? How do you support your child from a distance? One, many camps will let you write letters ahead of time. So think about preparing an upbeat and encouraging letter. Avoid saying things in the letter like, we miss you so much, or mommy and daddy or dog is so sad without you. That can sometimes worsen homesickness. So you really want to try to keep that content intentionally upbeat and encouraging. Again, number two, I think this is so hard as parents, but try to limit excessive communication. Most overnight camps have some camp rules about contact, and they try to limit too much communication because it can disrupt this adjustment, but you do want to try to be mindful and follow that because it is there in place for a reason. Number three, hopefully you've selected a camp where you trust the counselors. Most camps have staff that are trained to manage homesickness and provide updates and reassurance if you are concerned. So I think it's always worth discussing with parents. It's great to have all these plans ahead of time about what you're going to do to prepare your child, how you're going to support them from a distance. But when, as a parent, should you really be worried that this is more than just typical homesickness? So most homesickness fades in a few days, but contact the camp or your pediatrician if your child is refusing to eat or sleep, certainly, if they seem like they are having panic attacks or severe anxiety symptoms, or they want to go home after multiple days with no improvement. I would encourage parents to kind of know that protocol ahead of time with your individual camp. So what happens in this situation if my child is exhibiting these symptoms or they're not adjusting well? That way, as a parent, you have a good plan about what to expect in that situation ahead of time. Some last kind of quick tips. So pack things for comfort. A family photo or a small item from home, like their favorite blanket or stuffed animal, if allowed, can be very helpful. Definitely a journal or a doodle pad for self-expression, so you can practice that ahead of time with your child and preparing them for independence at camps. And then, like I said, you've got this letter for the first day that sends some really encouraging vibes their way. So just some final words of encouragement. It is super exciting and a huge milestone for your little one to be going off to sleepaway camp. It can be just as stressful for your child as it is for you. So give yourself a little bit of room to feel those feelings. Remind yourself camp is a chance for your child to stretch their wings, to grow into themselves a little bit. Prepare. A little bit of preparation goes a long way. Focus with them on building their confidence, normalizing some of these emotions because they are normal, and showing faith in their abilities. Homesickness is very real, but it's also part of growing resilience. If it seems like it's out of the normal of what you typically expect for homesickness, do have a plan and be open to discussing that with your pediatrician in the camp. If you have any questions about readiness, anxiety, sleep issues before camp, reach out to your pediatrician. They are here to help. We're wishing you and your campers all the fun and friendship this summer.
Thank you for watching the Beehive Doc Talks with Dr. Blair Rolnick. For more episodes and her practice, visit BeKindPediatrics.com, and don't forget to subscribe for more parenting tips wherever you get your podcasts. This information is for educational purposes only. It is not medical advice. Always seek medical advice from a qualified physician.